What is up, guys, and welcome back to the Monday Morning PlayStation Podcast. This is the 12th Monday Morning PlayStation Podcast, and happy Labor Day, guys. There's also some other events you guys can celebrate this Monday. Eat an extra dessert day. I'm going to have some extra chocolate cake in the lounge dining hall today. Some National Macadamia Nut Day, so you can have a macadamia nut dessert, an extra macadamia nut dessert. National Newspaper Carrier Day, so thank you for all those journalists writing, and for those newspapers sending out the newspapers to all the little boys and girls. National Wildlife Day too, so you can have some macadamia nuts in the forest with some extra dessert and wildlife while reading a newspaper. So if that is your thing, happy Labor Day, guys. College has been good. College has been great. Lots of work. I've done lots of work this weekend, actually. I've wrote 2 blog posts, and I put some more blog posts that I already wrote on some other websites on my blog, and they'll be scheduling out throughout the week. You'll see more as the time goes on, and definitely a lot more since I'm in college and I'll be writing a lot. So a lot of new, like, I'll put them in the blog section of the WordPress. So remember, that's dylanlepore.wordpress.com is the website, my portfolio, if you will, e-portfolio. A lot of stuff. I've been getting a job. I've been trying to get a job. Hopefully they like me. I think they like me. Just emailing people, trying to set things up, trying to get meetings, trying to be on top of everything. I keep saying trying to be on top of everything. Mostly my physics class. Not my physics class. That was last year. Most of my psychology class and my comms 130. And maybe my theater class are probably the hardest I have right now. But I wouldn't say too hard right now. It just a little bit more work than the others, which I'm perfectly fine with. Just keep writing and keep developing skills, and hopefully I get to where I want to be. Because if you guys been watching these podcasts, you know where I want to go, what I want to do. What I want to see, video games, journalism. I like it, and I hope you guys like the podcast too. Dining hall has been great at Radford University. I've been eating enough, not a lot. They make great freaking breakfast every morning. I try to go get breakfast every morning because it's, I mean, why wouldn't I not go get breakfast? That's like, I feel like I'm at a hotel every freaking day. One of those, you know, the hotels that serve breakfast in the morning. I feel like I'm at a hotel every day, and I get to have this delicious meal served to me all the time, every day. Well, for the next 4 years, because that's not how it is in real life. College is not real life, but is they have nice pleasures, if you will, such as pancakes, and the guy that makes Belgian waffles, and orange juice, and just varieties of milk. But I'm really enjoying it. I'm enjoying the stay here, and my roommates and suite mates all have been pretty cool. And just I'm just enjoying the show and working my butt off. Even though it's the first week, I feel like people are like surprised that I'm doing all of this by myself. People ask me if I'm a freshman, if I'm like a junior. If people ask me, people have thought I've been a junior. Some people thought I've been a sophomore. Nobody's thought I've been a senior, but it's junior or sophomore. And everybody's shocked when I say I'm a freshman, because you're supposed to. I'm not supposed to have all this. I'm not supposed to, they're supposed to teach me how to do this, but I already know how to do it because I self-teach myself a lot to do a lot of things. Again, a lot of stuff you can do outside of college by yourself if you take the time and effort to learn and read books and stuff. It's not that hard. It's just you got to be patient, and which I am, and you got to be very determined and know how to solve things and figure out how things work and flow and how people react to certain things and how people react to others. You just got to keep trying things, basically, and that's what I'm keep doing with the YouTube channel. I haven't been posting a lot because of the college and the workflow, so it might be just these podcasts right now, but I'm getting Destiny 2 on the 6th of September, and there's a lot of news today on the podcast about Destiny, and this Skype for Business thing popped up again. Jesus, go away there. Oh my God, came back. Go away. Alright. And Destiny 2, I'm going to try to do a lot of Destiny 2 stuff. I'm covering a lot of Destiny 2 stuff right now, but I really want to do the individual videos on Destiny because I really like covering Destiny. It's not a Destiny channel, but I really like doing that, and hopefully I can find a time to do that. Now, since I have a laptop that doesn't take 24 hours or 34 hours or whatever never took 34 hours, but I finally have a laptop, and thank you, Nano and Granddad for giving me this laptop, because this laptop has helped me out a whole freaking bunch, and it is very freaking helpful. I freaking love this laptop. I really need this laptop. It has helped me out a lot. Freaking 12 hours to upload. I don't know if you guys I don't know if I told you guys about that, but when I had an hour-long podcast, or like 40 or 50 minutes, it would take me 12 hours to render on Sony Vegas 14 the podcast, and that is just insane. It is insane. God, but yeah, again, college is going great. I'm just going through my classes. I finally got all my books from the post office they have here. It's a really nice post office. Just easily to go in and just go out. They can send stuff to me. I have my mom send Destiny 2, the special collector's edition, the $100 version, the physical special collector's edition from the GameStop in Richmond, where I used to live. Over up here, so I can finally freaking play it. I'm trying to get her to do it parcel. I'm gonna call her the day of and tell her to go to GameStop and be like, you need to pick this up now. I gave her the receipt and my power-up card so she can be prepared to take it to GameStop, because she will take it to GameStop. I hope she does. Because I really am very excited to play that and cover it and write articles about it and try all new things, and trying to take my time with it, even though I can't really take much time with it because there's so much there's gonna be so much to do, and I'll be on the same, it's a fresh start, it's the same level as everybody else, so it'll give me an even greater chance with the same chance. It'll give me the same chance to get the information out as quick as possible, because the other YouTubers and other stuff, obviously they have the press releases that are sent to them, and I don't get that awesome advantage. So I have to uncover a lot by myself, and they have communities backing them and always sending him information, and they're always reading information, so I gotta be prepared, and I'll be taking on a lot, but I'm super excited to take on a lot, and I'm very excited to finally play Destiny 2. But if you guys didn't know, well, in case you didn't know, I keep doing that. In case you guys didn't know, I'm Dylan Lepore. This is the Monday Morning PlayStation Podcast. Each and every week on Monday at 6 a.m. Eastern Time, a new podcast is released on YouTube and other podcasting services. Find an MP4 on YouTube at youtube.com/C/Dylan Lepore, and find the MP3 on SoundCloud at soundcloud.com/Dylan_Lepore. Also, I'm on iTunes. Just search up Dylan Lepore, Dylan's Legos, Monday Morning PlayStation Podcast, MMPP, I think will work either too. I don't know if I tried that. Let me know in the comments if that MMPP works in iTunes, or I'll find out later. Also, if you want to throw me a couple bucks, head on over to youtube.streamlabs.com/Lepore. There's also a link in the description with all the information. There's always a link in the description. Look at the description for everything. Donating at youtube.streamlabs.com/Lepore. It helps me keep this channel running and helps me pay for my SoundCloud subscription, which is necessary to keep this podcast running. So thanks for everyone that is donating. It really does help. And I have all that money in like a YouTube fund area that's specifically for YouTube and only YouTube. So thank you guys for really donating, and it helps out a bunch. And just sorry for the noise. It's just thank you guys, and let's get on with the news. So, to start off, we have a ton of Destiny news. So, this is going to be a type of Destiny podcast. There's a ton of Destiny news, so be prepared. I mixed it up a little. There's some Destiny news, there's some other news, Destiny news, other news, Destiny news, other news. So I didn't do Destiny. So you get a little bit more of everything before I just give you the whole meal, if that terminology makes any sense. But Destiny 2 Exotics Guide. This is from VG 247, 24/7. 10 weapons confirmed by leaks and promos. 7 we suspect exist, which I'm not going to talk. I'm not going to talk about the 7 they expect, because then they're just speculation, and I don't have a full name with them, so I didn't really feel like explaining the whole thing to you guys. But 10 weapons should be enough. Wardcliffe Coil Arc Rocket Launcher, previously known by the community as Dubious Voiler, or Microphone Rocket Launcher, specifically Microphone Rocket Launcher. The Wardcliffe Coil was spotted in early Destiny 2 gameplay footage. Its nickname derives from an unreleased weapon of very similar, possible identical appearance discovered in a Destiny 1 database. However, the new official name has since been confirmed by Destiny 2 creative director Luke Smith. Risk Runner Arc Submachine Gun is the form Risk Runner Arc Submachine Gun. In the form we originally saw it in Destiny 2 console beta, the Risk Runner was thoroughly broken with the Warlock's class ability to provide a God, they made this hard to read. Ability to provide eternal ammo. Bungie soon sorted that out, and now using it early does mean running a risk. But if something zaps you with arc energy of WoW, you can give it back. I don't know what they really meant by that, but I don't know. VG 24/7. I don't really read their news that much, but when they cover video games, I try to pay attention. Sunset Solar Hand Cannon. The Sunset is a strange blend of the precise sharpshooting action hunters love too much, and the ability to spread the fun around with splash damage. Enemies you ping with the Sunshot will be highlighted, which is pretty neat for keeping track of the action, and they'll also explode. What a good time. Sweet Business, one of my favorite names. I think it says I love my job. I think it says that I love my job on the subcaption. Kinetic Auto Rifle, the ultimate prey and spray weapon for all you frontline hipfire fans. Sweet Business kicks up into overdrive as you hold the fire button down, and will automatically reload itself as you walk over ammo pickups. It's sort of like a minigun with an opportunity to never break off firing. Ideal. Leave the iron sights to the hunters and wade into the action. Cold Heart Trace Rifle. The Cold Heart is a trace rifle, a new weapons category of which it is the only example at present. It looks a lot like it fires a laser beam. You can get this from a quest if you pre-order Destiny 2, among other things potentially. But we expect it will eventually be able to everyone somehow. It's probably after a year or so. From a quest they'll open up to everybody. Once you get, everybody will soon get the Cold Heart, as they said. Also the Death Counter Ghost, they'll get that, but people like to get it day one because get those. It's cool to see that stat as of day one, which is I think that's pretty cool. We don't know if the Cold Heart fires an eternal energy or is it classified as a kinetic weapon, though we suspect it goes in the power category. More details as we have them. And that's VG 24/7's news report. Vigilance Wing kinetic pulse rifle, outed by the same leak that gave us the Wardcliffe coil stats above. Vigilance Wing sounds like a great weapon for those who enjoy playing in groups, both in interesting perk and trait are about making the most. They did not make this easy to read. Making the most of clutch when your allies are done, while its other capabilities mean it should make a very solid all-purpose kinetic. If you prefer to stick to small arm fire, God. If you prefer to stick to small arms fire, why are you wording it like that? This is going to be one to watch. Hard Light Arc Solar Void Auto Rifle. Dun dun dun. This one also leaked from a guide ahead of release, but that's okay. It's no surprise to learn Destiny 1 favorite Hard Light is back in the game. In Destiny 2, Hard Light can be switched between 3 elemental energy affiliations, which is sweet, but it also brings back its old tricks. You will be headshotted from across the map. That's it. You will be headshot from across the map. Thank goodness it's not a kinetic weapon with bonus critical damage. You'll be shot in the back by someone in front of you who seems to have missed. You will be shot when you're standing behind the target. You'll want one for yourself. They really God, man, this is why I try not to read VG. Mida Multi-Tool Kinetic Scout Rifle is back. So Hard Light and Mida Multi-Tool are back, which are really awesome, and I can't wait to see what else is back. If they're bringing even more back, which will be kind of scary, and I don't know how some fans will feel about that. But I guess like now PC players get to play with these weapons, if that makes sense. Yet another leak confirms the return of an old favorite, the Ultra Snappy Scout Rifle. Minor multi-tool with bonuses to range and stability, active radar, and increased movement speed. It looks like a tidy bit of kit, but interestingly, it also gains a bonus when you equip the legendary submachine gun Mida Mini Tool as your energy weapon. So you can have the Mida Multi-Tool and the Mida Energy Tool, which I did not know about until right now. The Mida Mini Tool. Look out for that gun. It's a legendary submachine gun, so that's pretty cool. So as your energy, but it gains a bonus when you equip the legendary machine gun Mida Mini Tool. I wonder if the Mida Mini Tool gets a bonus too. So let's move on to the last two. Strum Kinetic Hand Cannon, leaked alongside Mida above. Strum gains a bonus when you equip the legendary sidearm Drang. So this is cool. This is really cool. When you equip different guns and combinations, you get bonuses for that guns. That's a really good idea. As your energy weapon, which is very cute, Strum and Drang is German for storm and stress. They spelled. See, nobody looks at this. He said Strum U-N-D instead of and. He said U-N-D. And is a It is a term for literary movement in which the hero is driven to violence, usually by greed, while real and especially negative human emotions and expressions are foregrounded. Kills with Strum reload drang from your reserves, and kills with drang increases Strum's critical damage output. Dang. Just trying to rhyme here. I think Boilers, I think that is multi-element sniper rifle. The Boilers is a PlayStation exclusive exotic sniper rifle, which we know nothing else about. Well, if you look at the footage through the link, you'll see it can be purple, blue, or orange, which suggests it can fire all 3 elemental energy types. In Destiny 2, you can't change the elemental officiation of exotic weapons with mods like you can for normal energy weapons. So it's likely that it is related to its perk of trait, or that you can choose which of the 3 versions you want. Something like a sword quest in Destiny 1. So you could manually change the perk like you do with the old fusion rifle, the Murmur. Yeah, Murmur, I think. Yeah, correct me if I'm wrong on that. But the old fusion rifle, the Murmur Legendary, you can change the perks. You can change the element damage on that. So he says it might be like the sword quest. You would get 3 different snipers, but I don't think they're gonna do that again. Maybe they might do that, but I'm not sure. They might just do it on the fly, which would be, I like that better than doing 3 different quests. It saves you a ton of time and makes you get back into the actual action after you get the exotic sword, because I really didn't like getting the 3 exotic swords at all, because you have to give me some time to get to another one and another one and another one. But let's move on to some better news from Games Radar. Dead Rising 4 comes to PS4 this December with all DLC as listen to this. Dead Rising 4 comes to PS4 this December with all DLC as Frank's Big Package. Hurr is the title. Like a zombie ripping the brains and Eternals from the next victim, Dead Rising 4 is being torn away from Xbox One exclusively and coming to PS4. Dead Rising 4 Frank's Big Package brings the base game plus all DLC and all new mode to Sony's console on December 5th for $4.99. To recap, that means additional story content Viva the Frank Rising DLC, multiplayer Viva the Super Ultra Dead Rising 4 Mini Golf DLC, as well as all the costumes and weapons from the Stocking Stuffer Holiday Pack, Street Fighter Outfit Pack, My Bloody Valentine Pack, Candy Cane Crossbow, Slice Cycle, Sir Lice a Lot, Ugly Winter Sweater, and X Fists. The new mode is called Capcom Heroes. It lets you don even more costumes as well as use special powers unique to the Capcom characters those costumes are based on. Capcom says there will be more than a dozen characters to choose from, including Cecile from Ghost Trick, X from the Mega Man series, and Cammy from Street Fighter. And yes, Frank can wear Cammy's signature thong. So that's a thing. If you missed it the first time around, you know that Dead Rising 4 breaks away from many of the series' conventions. The panic-indulging timer system is gone, but so too the well-defined mechanics, and the save system is now far less punishing. It's fun. It's a fun game, but that one that may feel quite different to longtime fans. This is a series finding its way back to what made it memorable, and there are going to be some growing pains. Well, better than having my flesh eaten pains. Definitely. Now, prepare yourselves, guys. This is another VG 24/7 article. Hopefully this will be more readable in a English language. Sony's bringing back its translucent controller series with 3 Crystal DualShock 4 colors. So we had in Europe there were PS4 controllers released, but now they're finally being released in the US. Finally, so now they used to only have the white, you can say, Glacier Crystal controller. My roommate is sleeping right now. There he is. If you're watching on video, I just did that at 25 minutes, so you can see him. But I really wanted to get this controller, and I never got it. But now they're bringing an updated PS4, the new PS4 controller version, to the States, which will be much better. And since it's more durable with the thumbsticks, and it has the new light bar sensor, it's really cool. So I can't wait to get my hands on that. But let's read the news piece. Looking for something a bit more snazzy than the stock DualShock 4 controller? You're in luck. Sony announced its You're in luck. Sony announced its God, what's wrong with it? Sony announced its bring back its translucent DualShock 4 controllers with 3 color choices. Dubbed the Crystal line, the PlayStation 4 controllers come in a standard crystal along with blue and red options. In North America, the translucent controller series will be available later this month as retailer exclusives. Crystal at GameStop and EB Games in Canada, blue crystal at Walmart, and red crystal at Best Buy. So you can go to all your retailers and purchase the blue one from Walmart, the red one from Best Buy, and then go all the way to GameStop or EB Games and get the white Glacier, we call it Glacier, translucent controller. Pricing for the European region wasn't provided, but in the US they will run you $64.99. Best Buy had the red crystal controller listed for a September 25th release on its website, and GameStop had the blue crystal listed for September 30th. Sony also didn't specify whether the colors would be retail exclusive in the European region, as they are in the US and Canada. So I'm very excited to get my hands on these controllers. Hopefully I can get one cheaper right now, because, you know, money's always an issue. But getting one cheaper would be kind of nice. So, like, if I go back to the old one, I wish I bought the freaking Uncharted and PlayStation exclusive controllers. Now those are going up in price, and they were being sold at the store since forever, and I had no excuse not to buy one. But I wish I did, and now I'm feeling the pains. But now, more Destiny 2's news. Destiny 2 news. This is from an article from Polygon. Look, a trusted source. There we go. Polygon. Destiny 2's first raid goes live 1 week after launch. So this is some news about Destiny 2's upcoming dates that you might want to write down, or you really want to know about. So I definitely recommend knowing these dates. Don't expect to know much going in. Destiny 2's first raid. Thank you, Twitter. Destiny 2's first raid will go live. Oh my god. Destiny 2's first raid will go live at 10 a.m. PT on Wednesday, September 13th, 1 week after the game launches on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. Destiny 2 director Luke Smith announced the timing of his personal Twitter account. Yes. Don't expect to know, well, anything about the raid before it goes live. There will be no raid tease for Destiny 2's first raid, Smith said. It's not uncommon for Bungie to keep the details of Destiny raid tightly under wraps, though that doesn't stop some high-level players from sprinting through them in a matter of hours. While 1 week... God, high-level players. It's going to take me freaking forever because I'm in college now. It's going to take me forever to level up. While 1 week of lead time probably won't give most Destiny 2 players enough runway to be ready for the raid, it will at least be easier to find other players who are raid ready, thanks to Bungie's new guided games option. Smith also put a date on Destiny 2's version of Trials. The team-based competitive mode will go live in Destiny 2 on Friday, September 15th at 10 a.m. PT. So write those notes down. I'll repeat them again. September 13th and September 15th. 13th for the raid and 15th for the trials. So I guess if you can't do the raid, the first day 1, you got trials. God, man, those day 1 raiders. God, they always. I want to be a part of that group, but I can't. It sucks. But I'll run through it. God, I can't believe those guys. Friggin', I don't know what they do for a living that allows them to just play Destiny for hours on end every freaking day. Like, I would if I could, but freaking God, every time a new Destiny game comes out, why can't it be the summer? Like the very beginning of summer, why can't it be that? They have to screw me every single time. But let's freaking go ahead, guys. Some more Destiny 2 news here. Destiny Companion App update removes support for first game, which really sucks, actually. With Destiny 2's release coming up very soon, this is an article from GameSpot, actually. Bungie has now updated the Destiny Companion App with some new features and also removed support for the first game. In the new version of Destiny app, there are 5 major areas. Explore. It lets you read news stories and stay in the look with everything about the game. Clans lets you search for and join clans. So once you join a clan, you can do things like chat with teammates and create a custom clan banner. Progress. This will show you where you've been so far and what you should do next. Gear. This shows you your character's setup, including your gear and weapons. Find a fire team. Returning from the Destiny 1 companion app, this helps you find people to play with instead of just going on the third-party apps and stuff. Bungie's own website has been overhauled as well, and you can use the site to track some of the same things. However, Bungie made the decision to double down on Destiny Companion app, so that's where you can expect the newest content. While Destiny 1, the game will remain online after launch, tracking for Destiny 1 characters through the Companion app is going away with this new update. That being said, the API that runs the app is publicly available, so community-made apps will still work, which is good news for people still playing the game. None of this is any surprise, as Bungie initially laid out its Destiny Companion app changes earlier this month. They knew they were going to not use the app anymore. I guess they didn't want to make a new app, so they just took what they had, took the old stuff they had and blended it with the new stuff and took some of the old stuff out. If that makes sense. I need some water. But the next thing I'm talking about is something that I actually wrote. And that is the PlayStation Plus free games lineup for September 2017, or 2017, as some people like to say it. Doesn't matter, whatever floats your boat, weirdo. But PlayStation Plus is bringing Infamous Second Son and Strike Vector to your PS4 for an action-packed month for the slow transition into the new work year. PlayStation is back for their monthly release of the latest PlayStation Plus games, and so am I. Just don't expect to get free games out of me. I wrote this. I'm sorry. But get the whole article on brutalgamer.com. That's one of the websites I freelance for. FYI. You really didn't need to know that information. But first up, we have Infamous Second Son on PS4, developed by Sucker Punch, makers of the Sly Cooper series. Explore a new Infamous game set years after the events of the second Infamous game. Play as Desmond. Play as Delson Rowe to save your tribe, and win back Seattle in an epic battle and easy platinum against the Department of Unified Protection. Strike Vector X on PS4 is an all-out, fully loaded aerial combat game on this revamped console version. They're bringing a solid story with cutscenes and everything you expect from a good campaign. It doesn't stop there though. The game's highlight is its fantastic combat system and mods that will keep you coming back for more. Truck Racer for PS3 is a Twisted Metal-like game minus the shooting, with fully customizable vehicles and up to 10 different environments, 48 tracks, and there's no reason not to floor it. Handball 16 is Big Ben Interactive's first game in their handball series. Take on your friends in local multiplayer with moves and tactics similar to all your favorite players out on the field. Chill out with We Are Doomed for PS Vita in this twin-stick shooter. Shoot polygon baddies from your super beam over 30 waves, neon environment in a mellow soundtrack, and even an endless mode all on the go. And now, here's the weird game. Hatful Boyfriend is a fan-favorite visual novel about a school for birds finding love. It's an odd one, but you know what they say. Don't knock it till you try it. I hate that terminology, but I used it. I don't know why. Don't knock it till you try it. Have you jumped off a bridge? No? Well, don't knock it till you try it. Have you shot yourself in the leg before? No? Well, don't knock it till you try it. Oh, God. Just try just go up to somebody and just keep saying that. Just keep saying that, like, I don't know. Have you jumped off a roof before? No? Who would do that? Well, don't knock it till you try it. What is going on? But let's continue. PlayStation Plus is also giving us a couple of extra bonuses just for being with them. On the PlayStation VR, PS Plus members in the US and Canada will get Riggs Mechanized Combat League as a gift from September 5th through November 7th. September 5th through November 7th, they'll get Riggs for free for PSVR people. Furthermore, PS Plus members will be able to play Dead by Daylight from September 15th through September 18th for free. After that scary weekend, those members will receive a 30% off discount on the game. The exclusive discount will last until September 22nd. So it's actually a bad idea to do that on the 15th and 18th for the free weekend. Sorry, I needed water for the free weekend, because that's when Trials comes out, and a lot of people are now playing Destiny. I've been a long time Destiny fan ever since the Destiny Alpha. Yeah, but this is probably not going to be the best. They should have scheduled it for a different weekend, because this is the opening weekend of Trials of Osiris, so a lot of people are going to be playing that. So I wish Dead by Daylight changed the date of that. Also, the free-to-play game Tomb of Annihilation will bring a new update, bringing the Neverwinter Plus pack for free until October 16th. The package includes VIP time, a Panther companion, and more. Lastly, That's You is still free for everyone until October 23rd, and if you haven't purchased this month's free games, do it now before it's too late. Click here. So let's go over the full lineup again. Infamous Second Son for PS4. Strike and Vector. Strike Vector X. PS4. Truck Racer PS3. Handball 2016 PS3. We Are Doomed PS Vita cross-buy with PS4. Hatful Boyfriend PS Vita cross-buy with PS4. Hatful Boyfriend and We Are Doomed might be some good like streaming games to play. Hatful Boyfriend, definitely. Freaking School Birds, that might be some funny videos. But also, definitely try out Infamous Second Son and Strike Vector X. Those games look, well, Strike Vector X looks freaking amazing. Infamous Second Son, of course, looks freaking amazing. If you have not played Infamous Second Son, play it, because if you have been a PlayStation Plus member for about 3 or 2 years now, there was one time in December when they released Infamous Second Son's First Light for free. So now you have First Light and you have Infamous. You have the entire collection for free now, and it's all, sorry about the light in back, and now it's all, you have the entire bundle. You have the DLC and you have the freaking actual game, full game now. So definitely. Sorry you had to wait 2 or 3 years. I forget the time. Now you have the game. Now you have no absolute excuse to not play this game if you have not already. So definitely play it, and definitely play Strike Vector. I don't know about PS3. Kind of got shoved this month with Truck Racer and Handball 2016, but definitely try out the 4 games: Infamous Second Son, Strike Vector, We Are Doomed, and Hatful Boyfriend. You don't really need to try out Truck Racer and Handball 2016, but you can if you want to. If you like PS3 owners still, like, I'll probably try it someday. But here's some odd news. DreamWorks Voltron VR Chronicles comes to PlayStation VR September 26. Hot on the heels of Season 3 on the Netflix original series DreamWorks Voltron Legendary Defender, we're proud to present a new cinematic episodic VR experience called DreamWorks Voltron VR Chronicles. Developed by Digital Domain in collaboration with Universal Brand Development, this unique adventure puts the user in the role of the Blue Paladin Lance as you're placed at the center of a massive conflict between the Voltron Force and the Garlor Emperor Zarkon. So, if you're into DreamWorks Voltron VR Chronicles, pick it up on PlayStation VR on September 26th. So, yeah, I just thought that was weird that DreamWorks made a PlayStation VR game. But, it's like I have this glow behind me. I'm trying to keep my back against it. It's this way. There we go. You only can see it if you're, of course, obviously watching the MP4 version. But let's move on to some more Destiny news again. Sorry about this, guys. Destiny 2 on PS4 is getting HDR support post-launch. HDR support post-launch. And this is the, I think the last piece of Destiny news. Destiny 2 was already getting exclusive content on the PlayStation 4, but a recent trailer for the game confirms that Destiny 2 will also be gaining HDR, or high dynamic range support, on the PlayStation 4 soon after launch. HDR is a feature that increases the number of colors as well as their intensity. That can be shown on new televisions. It's a hard effect to describe in words, but imagine a more vibrant image that seems as if it pops off the display. Its inclusion in newer televisions is a big part of why 4K displays can look so good when running newer hardware and games with HDR support. Destiny 2 on the PC already offers HDR and 4K resolution options on the PC beta if you have the hardware needed to run and display the game at those settings, but that version of the game will be released on October 24th, while the console version will be set on September 6th, so it has more than a month between each other, which is, yay, consoles! We reached out to the Bungie to ask for confirmation on whether HDR support is coming to the Xbox One S or Xbox X version of Destiny 2, and they have yet to hear back. But it's very, if it was in the trailer, we're probably likely going to get it. If it was in the trailer, we're definitely probably going to get it. It's something Bungie is definitely not one to back down from. Innovation, I guess, because tackling Destiny when it first came out was a big jump for them, and they screwed up a lot of it and recovered from some of it, but in the end it came out to be alright. A little bit alright, a little bit above alright. Here's alright, this Destiny That's the original Destiny. Here is Alright, and here's when Destiny came out. You don't even see it. It's not even on the screen. My pin is not even on the screen. It was for a second, but now it's not. But new releases week of September 5th. So now it's time for me to tell you the new games that are releasing for Tuesday, September 5th, tomorrow. So as you enjoy these stress-free, I can't speak. As you enjoy this stress-free Labor Day weekend, Tuesday is coming up, and we'll present to you a ton of new games, plus Destiny 2. And one game I have not talked about yet, but I really need to start playing the demo right now. And you probably know that if you're a PlayStation fan. What exactly am I talking about? So let's continue, and I'll present to you the information that I hold dear. A whole new world, PS4 digital. The city is being invaded by monsters from the upside down world. Ooh. Is this a freaking ripoff of Stranger Things? You, the Potion Master, must defeat evil all alone, with no tutorials or easy mode to assist you. You'll have to rely on help of Faye, your companion fairy, and your potions. The upside down world. Really? Really? Upside down world. I freaking stole it from A Whole New World. Check that out on PS4 digital. Jesus. Coming out Tuesday. Upside down world. They really freaking stole that. In Arctic Lost, PS4, PS Vita digital. I probably said that wrong. Aquatic Lost is a fantasy RPG featuring turn-based battles with a beautiful 2D animation. The half-slime heroine eats gem to grow and can even mimic monsters. Powerful attacks set out for an adventure to discover the truth of the history of the world. Destiny 2, PS4 digital retail out. PS4 digital retail out September 6th, not September 5th when these games come out. So Wednesday. Destiny 2 is an action shooter that takes you on an epic journey across the solar system. In the cinematic campaign, you'll enter a world filled with compelling characters and fight to take back your mother. Yeah, no. Our home. Our home. Why is it my home? I didn't say it was my home. The tower's my home. That'd be cool if the raid's on the tower, but again, we have to see. Battle alongside friends with multiple cooperative modes, or challenge others in instant multiplayer matches. Don't Knock Twice, PS4, PS VR digital. So this is supposed to be kind of a horror game, or it is a horror game. Don't Knock Twice is a first-person horror game. It is a horror game based on a psychological, terrifying urban legend. To save her estranged daughter, a goat-ridded mother must uncover the frightening truth behind the urban tale of a vengeful demonic witch. Alright. Drive Girls, PS Vita digital. Drive Girls, PS Vita digital retail out September 8th. So that's Friday. It's out Friday, which is weird. In a world where humans can transform into automobiles, the Drive Girls are ready to hit the road and save the day. Play as 5 different Drive Girls and transform from superheroine to supercar and back again as you smash through wave after wave of mechanized bug enemies attacking your home of Sun Island. Gun Ducky Industries, PS4 digital. Contact with our forces has been lost. I presume that all been destroyed by the robot uprising, keeping low in valleys and amongst buildings to stay out of range of their ancient aircraft weapons. I have no choice but to fly my plane to the robot factory in an effort to destroy their manufacturing facilities once and for all. Knack 2. Now, I wanted to tell you guys about Knack 2, actually. Knack 2. Knack 2's demo is actually out right now. As I'm speaking to you, the demo is out right now. It's been out for maybe a little less than a week since I made this podcast. And definitely I think it released Tuesday of last week. Yeah, I think it released Tuesday of last week. So I definitely play that demo as soon as possible. If you had any hatred against Knack 2, or if you really love Knack 2 like I did, go play it, because try it out before you play it and then have an opinion about it, because you can't have an opinion about it if you have not tried it yet. You can't do that. So Knack 2 demo's out right now, so my face is like, oh. Sorry for the MP3 people that aren't listening to this great MP4 podcast. Knack 2 PS4 digital retail out Tuesday. Meet Knack, a little guy with surprising moves and the ability to transform from a big to small and back again in his family-friendly adventure from the developers at PlayStation. I read that like a train. Boom. My roommate is freaking knocked out. Licky the Lucky Lizard lives again. PS4. Did you tell? Licky the Lucky Lizard Lives Again is an endless, procedurally generated 2D platformer in which players compete and climb higher and survive longer than friends and other players on online leaderboards. There's also The Lost Bear PSVR digital, Senku no Rudu 2 PS4 digital out December. Why do I keep saying December? September 7th. Songbringer PS4 digital. Songbringer is a sci-fi action RPG with swords, secrets, dungeons, bosses, and stuff. That is literally the description they have. Stuff and stuff, and then it has stuff. What kind of description is that? You have that. You're reading a back of the game and you just say and stuff. It's not even. Songbringer is a sci-fi action RPG with swords, secrets, dungeons, bosses, and stuff. I don't know. It has stuff in it. I didn't make the game. Spectrum PS4 digital, and I just finished today. I just finished a review for a game that hasn't came out yet. It'll be coming out the 5th, and I need to post a game today before 12 o'clock or at 12 o'clock, and that's when the embargo for the review was needed, and I gave it a 76. It's a visual novel, a heavy visual novel with some slight SRPG elements. I won't go too in-depth in the review, but you'll be able to find the review on brutalgamer.com, and 2 weeks from that, it'll be on my WordPress. So definitely check out that review and give me your opinion, and if you played the last game, Mask of Deception, check that out. This is Mask of Truth. I cannot pronounce the first name. It's Utaware Unmanu. I'll spell it out. Utawarerumono. I can't pronounce that. If you can, it's Japanese. So here you go. If you pronounce it, I'll give you a thumbs up. Maybe subscribe to your channel. How about that? So Utaware Una. Mask of Truth, PS4, PS Vita, digital retail. Forced to flee Utama's idyllic imperial capital, Haku and his friends now seek safety in the rural nation of Inakomani, only due to find that nowhere is truly safe from the dark conspiracies they uncovered together. So yeah, I already posted a review of the game. I'll definitely go check it out. Please. I really like doing this, and just want to line up, guys. Go this way. But that is it. I have a blank page. I don't know why I printed out a blank page, but that is it for the Monday morning PlayStation podcast. We've almost hit a freaking hour. Maybe I can just talk some more and we can hit an hour. But I hope you guys really enjoy this podcast. There's a lot of news coming out, and I like covering the news, even though I write some of the I wrote some of the news, but I like gathering the news and just telling with you guys, sharing other people's content with you guys. It's like vocal Twitter, or Facebook. I just like reporting the news and seeing what you guys think about them and how you guys like them. And I like telling about my life and telling about what I'm doing right now and funny things. I like having fun on this podcast. This podcast is awesome to do. I love it, and I love that you guys love listening to it. So keep it up. And my roommate is still freaking sleeping. Here you go. You can see it if you're watching the MP4. Go to 55, and there he is, minute 55. But I really like doing this podcast. I hope you guys enjoy listening to the sound of my voice. But anyway, I guess we should end it. I have nothing else to talk about. I didn't get a haircut. I did shave. I don't know why I did that. But in case you guys didn't know, I'm Dylan Lepore, and this is the Monday Morning PlayStation Podcast. Each and every week on Monday at 6 a.m. Eastern Time, a new podcast is released on YouTube and other podcasting services. With MP4 on YouTube at youtube.com/C/Dylan Lepore, and find the MP3 on SoundCloud at soundcloud.com/Dylan_Lepore. Also, we're on iTunes. Just search Dylan's Legos. You know the drill. If you want to throw me a couple bucks, head on over to youtube.streamlabs.com/Dylan Lepore. It helps me keep this channel running and helps me pay for my SoundCloud subscription, which is necessary to keep this podcast running. So thanks for everyone that has donated. It really helps me out. This podcast is something I really like to do. So if you have any money to spare, I don't know, I think the lowest you can do is $1. I tried doing 50 cents, but it won't allow that. Because, life doesn't like transporting 50 cents to people. But I don't know how much that'll help me. But any support, any spare change you can offer me is great. But I'm not begging here. It's all in your own discretion. So I really like this podcast, and I really like talking and spending every once a week just in front of the camera, just like saying, hey. But I also do that with random videos I pop out with Destiny, and I really need to get to a schedule. I think I said that last week, and sorry about last week, guys. Last week's podcast, I kept saying I wanted to shoot myself listening to that podcast. like for real. But see, I'm pausing now, which is good. I can stop saying but again, yeah, that podcast was just messed up. But I really want to get to making a schedule that is concise and that is easy. That is easy to understand and read. But I like that I keep consistently putting out these podcasts. Besides that one time, these podcasts. So thank you guys for joining this week's podcast, and say hi to my newfound group poster that my roommate got. Trying to get this background a little bit more happy, but thank you guys for watching the podcast. And that was a person that just ran in the room. I'll talk to you guys later. This is Dylan Lepore signing off. Bye.
Thank you.